What are some of the big highlights that you've seen God do in your life and through
Well,
the church?
first of all, I've seen the church go up.
Yeah.
I was in that area when they were building the church, and I saw Pastor Elfers down on his hands and knees in the basement putting tile on the floor of the basement. And I think of that, what a wonderful man that he was, so dedicated to helping us with that building and so forth.
What year did you start attending Park Free?
Well, we really joined in about 50, but we were attending maybe off and on. We'd try different churches kind of in that area. That's a terrible church hopping, but we tried a few different ones, but we always came back to the Free Church.
What was it about Park Free that kept you coming back there?
Well, Pastor, you don't know him, Lester Nelson was our pastor here at just beginning the church at that time. And we were all people that didn't know each other and didn't know the church or anything, but we got to be very dependent on each other and very close to each other, and we all got to know the Lord, but also that we've gotten to know each other better, just like brothers and sisters almost, you get so close. I just can't think of anything for me that meant more than the fellowship that we had. I remember when Park Free was so full of kids and parents that I was the primary superintendent for 20 years there.
Okay.
But I would watch that door to see what would I do if one more child came in, because our Sunday school rooms were just busting with people, with kids. We had so many children.
What are some things that you're excited about, thinking ahead to our two churches coming together? And
well, I just like to meet new people. I think that it'll just be wonderful having young people, and anyway, that's we're all using walkers and things like that and false teeth, but it'll be so nice to have young people to work with.
Hi, my name is Mandy Moore, and I grew up outside of Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia. I moved to the Twin Cities in June of last year after I graduated college, and I lived with a family in Brooklyn Park for a little bit and then moved to St. Louis Park in July. So I've been here for about a year, a little more than a year.
How did you get connected to City Vision Church?
I found out that I was moving to Minneapolis in January of my senior year at Virginia Tech, and I was really freaked out and scared at first, so I just started praying about a church and finding good community. And when I moved here in June, I kind of church hopped, went to a couple different places, but I just never really felt a strong connection to the pastor or to the people there. And when I went to City Vision for the first time, I could tell that it was different just by how the people embraced me and really cared for me, even though they had just met me 5 minutes beforehand. And I had also had a verse that I had been praying over since I had started applying for this job and going through that process. And Andrew actually preached about that verse the first time that I went to City Vision. So that was kind of cool too, a little affirmation from God. My favorite verse is Psalm 34:10. Those who seek the Lord shall lack no good thing. As long as God is supreme, and he always is, that everything will be okay in the end. And I think with this merger, it's true as well. And if we just keep on seeking God above everything else, then at the end of the day, it'll all work out for his kingdom and for his glory.
What is one thing about the upcoming merge that you are excited about?
I am excited for this merge with Park Free because of the history that Park Free has. I think that it's so special to have been able to minister to St. Louis Park for 68 years, and people have been praying for this church for 68 years, and I think that together we can both really have an impact for the gospel in St. Louis Park and in the Twin Cities.